Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pierce, and welcome again to my channel. It is February 4th of 2025, 10:01 in the a.m. Welcome to Franchise Blue. People, the unveiling, the reality of this new golden age, I believe it is beginning to show itself for what it is. I've said before that Donald J. Trump is operating at lightning speed in comparison to slow Joe Biden. I believe they're doing this, and they had plans in relation to the powers to work at this swift pace as people are distracted. When you think about all the events that have happened since the new year, Super Bowl coming up, and other things going on, the average person might not be aware of what's really going on. I have sounded the alarm, and a few people have recently been sounding the alarm in government, which is a beautiful thing, that this new Doge department, this intrusion of our government, a new emboldened aspect of government allowed, and I put that in big bold letters to make an impression in your head, allowed to be a part of our government, an unelected person, Elon Musk. And we're beginning to see, in my humble opinion, exactly where they're going and what they're doing. I said a few weeks ago that if it came down between Donald Trump and Elon, that is the tech folks, the computer folks versus Trump, Trump loses all day. And I'm afraid to tell you, but I'm going to tell you, he's lost. Trump is done. Donald J. Trump, the man that many people have hung their hat on to bring America back, you're done. The golden age is a falsehood. It is a falsehood. He has allowed Elon Musk to come in, and in my humble opinion, it is going to lead to 666 and the mark of the beast. It will take time for people to see it. Folks will probably email me and tell me I'm jumping the gun. But you got to look at it for what it is. You got to look at it, you don't need a crystal ball. I'm going to give you the information, you decide. They're moving again at fast pace, not thinking we can connect the dots. But the grace of God, spirit of Americans, let's get into this. Elon Musk installs illegal server to seize all federal workers' data. Now they're using the word illegal. Why would the New Republic break this and use this word? Right? Elon Musk installs illegal server to seize all federal workers' data. And people, if it starts with federal, it can definitely go to us. Elon Musk Doge henchmen are helping him make his most terrifying power grab yet. Elon Musk has taken control of government employees' private data by having his cronies illegally install a commercial server at the Office of Personnel Management. Musk and his hand-picked associates at the fake Department of Governmental Efficiency are using their ill-gotten access to control federal databases containing Social Security numbers, home addresses, medical histories, and other sensitive personal information, according to journalist Kalab Ekamah. People, he should be thrown out of office. This man should be thrown out of office. What is Trump doing? Oh, Pearson, Trump. No. Trump's got to know what he's doing. And what is the Congress doing? It's deep, y'all. It's deep. Many of these Musk staffers are young people between 19 and 24, such as software engineer A. Baba, an undergraduate student at University of California, Berkeley, and 2022 high school graduate Edward Korstein. They should all be thrown in jail. At Musk's direction, these inexperienced underlinings now have access to the private information of every federal employee and even people who have merely applied to federal jobs. All these people should be taken to court with a fine and possibly going to jail. Musk people were given access to the federal government's official hiring site, USA Jobs, where people hoping to secure a federal job often enter their personal information, including social security numbers, home addresses, and employment records in their applications. They also gain access to the Enterprise Human Resources Integration, or EHRI system, which contains social security numbers, date of birth, salaries, home addresses, job description, and disciplinary records of every single federal employee. They're looking through all the position descriptions to remove folks, said one OPM employee about Musk's team. This is how they found all these DEI officials and had them removed. Reviewing positions, description, level data. Now, whether it was OPM employee hires or not, it's wrong. It's wrong. You don't do this. You know, I listened to a minister last night. He was talking about how his son asked him the question, can Satan and God be in the same place at the same time? Well, the answer is no. God is omnipresent. Satan is just one entity. But through this internet, through computers, through having people's data, guess what? In the future, Satan can know everything. The Bible says that God knows even the hairs on your head. But through this 666 system, Satan will have his purple rain. In addition to Dodge staffers, also have access to systems relating to onboarding, job performance reviews, and even the system the government uses to manage employee health care, which could violate laws of protected health information such as HIPAA. That's right. That's right. I was taught that from jobs, HIPAA. No, that's private. How is he allowed to break this law? What Musk is doing will put so many government employees at risk. It's not at all what the office is intended for, a former OPM director told Musk Watch. I just can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I just can't believe what I'm seeing. The unprecedented access also leaves federal employee data unsecured and vulnerable to hackers, such as OPM employees. One of the new email lists created by Musk. People was already hit by a flood of spam emails last week. China and Russia are literally trying to hack us every day. And we just gave all this data over to somebody that's not been properly vetted. One of the OPM staffers said, it's not just Amanda Skiles, it's all the political appointees in that office right now. So it's multiple vulnerable points. Many senior government officials have been locked out of EHR and OPM and thus can't track what changes have been made by Doge cronies. Isn't that something? Senior government employees can't even get into their own. Come on, man. They could be doing irreparable damage to the federal civil service in their attempts to thin it out, with few, if any, ways of finding out. And we don't know these college kids. We don't know these people. We don't know them. Allegedly, they could be spies. We don't know them, or potential spies. We don't know them. They have access to data. When I was growing up, the word in the street is what? Hey, name your price. In other words, just about anybody can be bought. They got access to these people's data? Are you kidding me? Where's the federal judge at? Where's the Supreme Court on this? It kind of makes Hillary Clinton's stories of government data on a private email server look rather quaint, doesn't it? Now you can Google this on your own. The New Republic, breaking news. I might come back to these other two. Let me go into this one. Then I'll show you some film. Here's a lawsuit claims systems behind OPM government-wide email blasts are illegal, insecure. A pair of whistleblowers believe the office skirted the law by not conducting a private impact assessment for an alleged on-prem server used to send mass emails to federal employees and store information from responses. So evidently, you have to do a certain thing first. You have to have a private impact assessment first. Here's one of the tests they did. This is a test of a new distribution and response list. Look at that. And this was what, January 24th? A lawsuit filed in federal court Monday alleges that the Office of Personnel Management set up an on-premise server to conduct last week's mass email blast to federal employees and store information it received in response without doing a privacy impact assessment on the system as required by law. Filled by two anonymous federal employees in the U.S. District Court. It was filed by these two employees. For the District of Columbia, the class action lawsuit calls the OPM to stop the use of systems until the agency can show that it's lawfully conducted a privacy assessment. Now let the people decide. Let the people decide. That's what a law is put in place anyway. He can't do this. The two employees accuse OPM officials of deploying new servers, which is said to be retaining information about every employee of the U.S. executive branch or potentially doing so through systems linked to it in a rapid manner without building proper security measures into it or assessing the privacy impacts as required by the E-Government Act of 2002. On Friday, OPM sent a mass email to employees across the federal government, though not every employee received it, including one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. The test, a new distribution and response list asking recipients to reply yes over the weekend. Federal employees received another test to confirm that an email can be sent and replied to by all government employees. Some of the agency and department heads have gave guidance to their employees that the employees from the OPM could be trusted. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Look at this, people. Look at this, people. This is our new government. Listen to this.
Under assault.
Give the servers back! Give the servers back!
Federal employees say they have been shut out of servers and allege their personal information has been compromised, including home addresses, birthdays, financial records, and social security numbers.
Sometimes billionaires seem to think they can have whatever they want, whenever they want it, but they cannot have all of our data. Thank goodness for the staff at the Treasury Department who have been ringing the alarm bell and letting us know. Thank goodness for the staff at the Office of Personnel Management who've been letting us know that they're illegally entering buildings, they're illegally seizing data, and we don't even know what they want to do with that data. It's very dangerous. People who voted for Trump are welcome to join us. We hope they will join us because I know that they did not think they were voting for Elon Musk to steal Treasury Department data on every taxpayer of this country. And so we're out here welcoming everybody to come join us, no matter how they voted.
People, this is big. Do not underestimate where this is going. This is big. This is huge. Trump got some explaining to do, and you know it. Get out of your feelings about who you voted for. I told y'all from the beginning, he's a dualist, which means there's a potentiality for this government to do anything. We're only going to get 25% of what we need. I told you guys that from the beginning. I'm going through God's leading, and I'm telling you the truth. Open your eyes. They're headed towards 666, and this is just the beginning. You have they made a special position for this guy. And he's doing things that arguably a politician wouldn't even do. Why does he need that access? You know it could be nefarious. Who is he? He hasn't been voted in just because Donald Trump gave him a position. Look at what he just did. Like it says, protesters call for Elon Musk to be fired. That's what she said at the beginning.
Simple thing is we want Musk fired, and we want the data back in the hands of the American people.
Enough said. Now look at this. We had controversy when this first came out, when Trump was running for president. I did several videos on it. When he says, you don't have to vote again. I'm a Christian, you're a Christian. I'm not a Christian, you're a Christian. I'm not a Christian, you're a Christian. I'm not going to debate whether he said it or not. But one thing I do know, he said, you never have to vote again, we'll fix it.
Most important election ever. We want a landslide that's too big to rig. If you want to save America, get your friends, get your family, get everyone you know, and vote. Vote early, vote absentee, vote on election day. I don't care how, but you have to get out and vote. And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you.
What will be fixed? Elon Musk installs illegal service to seize all federal workers' data. Is that the definition of fixed? People, if you never understood what freedom is, you should now. Because this here is diametrically opposed to freedom. You can't go out breaking the law. And if this is true, allegedly, if this is true, if what they're saying is true, allegedly, he broke the law. He should be rounded up, and all those kids should be rounded up, and they should be taken to court. And we have to stop it now. It has to stop now. The Bible says endure unto the end. It didn't say what was going to come on our plate. This is on your plate. They want you to eat it. Don't eat it. This is 666. This is the mark of the beast. This is the antics of the mark of the beast. This is personal intrusion by a special employee. What do you mean special employee? Listen to this.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio has been appointed acting director of USAID as Elon Musk threatens to shut down the humanitarian agency. Local 1010.
Now listen to what Trump says.
Vast payment system.
He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs. And we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval.
Musk's message.
Did you hear that? So he's got to know. What did he say? Listen very carefully, very carefully.
He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs. And we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval.
Musk's message about wasteful government.
And won't do anything.
And look what we have in front of us. The blue tie, in the purple family tie, and the earth green, the land. The goal is to take the land, all 50 states. And when you think of it like this, when you have a new land, you have a new constitution. Do you feel me? You have a new constitution in the land. Do you understand? What is being written before us without putting a pencil between your fingers and writing it down? The actions of Elon Musk are writing something different for the land. Look, the green tie, it's the land. This is why the things that I am reporting are diametrically opposed to what America's truths are in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. Because the symbolism is speaking. I asked last night, I forgot her name, but God bless her. She's a YouTuber. I asked her to tell me about this green again, because I've always thought about it as the land. You're starting to see this green everywhere now. And I always said, like I said it last night, it's next to the person that's speaking. And here it is right here. They want the land. You heard what Trump said, President Trump said. He can't do anything without what? Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear what he's saying.
System.
He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs. And we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval.
Musk's message.
Okay. His approval, right? Jerry Connolly, Congressman. Connolly's statement on Elon Musk's hostile takeover OPM, January 31st. Congressman Jerry Connolly, the ranking member of the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, released the following statement. Elon Musk's hostile takeover of the Office of Personal Management, sanctioned by Donald Trump, is putting America in danger. Since Trump handed Musk the keys to our government, it's been reported that Musk has set up private servers that risk a cybersecurity nightmare, sent out unsanctioned and untrustworthy resignation offers, and locked career officials out of agency systems. And that's just in the past few days. The actions of co-president Musk and Trump, look at him. Co-presidents Musk and Trump. Isn't that something? Co-presidents Musk and Trump will have disastrous consequences, not just for the civil servants whose lives they are upending, but for the American people who will suffer as a result. It's a warning, people. I hope they get it done. Elon Musk, Donald Trump's special government employee. That's what he calls them, right? That's 201. You know what 201 is. You know what it is, 201. People, we're in a quagmire. If I didn't play this, I'm gonna play it now.
Yes, and from what we know is they have gained access to the complete payment system of the U.S. Treasury. So essentially, every time the U.S. Treasury sends out a check, whether it's to a Social Security recipient, a Medicare recipient, Medicaid, or for that matter, a defense contractor for a highly classified program, right? Every time the federal government sends out a check, it goes through this system. And all of that information, all of the information about what payments have been made, who they've been made to, who they're presumably going to be scheduled to be made to, and as you point out, it's almost certainly got to include Social Security numbers or tax ID numbers appended to that. All of that is now in their hands. So there are like two big sets of worries. I mean, there are more than two sets of worries, but like there are two immediate big ticket items here. The first is what we've heard a lot about, which is, are payments being turned off? In other words, is he deciding, or is this small cabal deciding?
This is all wrong, people. I'll follow up and find out what warns sounds alarm about the threat of Elon Musk. We got to fight back, people. Our freedom is at stake. Our freedom is at stake. I believe there's enough signs there for caution. My name is Franchise Pierce. If you like the work, please subscribe. Just type in my name, Franchise Blue. Click on my portrait here, and then go. I believe I have. If you want to help the site, click on more. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. I also have a P.O. Box. I also have a beautiful poetry book on Amazon. Amazon Books, Protect Your Gift, Franchise Pearson. If you can help me out in any way, I appreciate it. God bless you, and God bless America. Screenshot. God bless.